welcome to our channel. Blink-182's Mark Hoppus says awful date with Melissa Joan Hart changed his life. We suppose everything she does is magic, at least according to Mark Hoppus. In an excerpt from the Blink-182 rocker's new memoir, Fahrenheit 182, Hoppus details how he began a romance with another woman on the same night that he went on a disappointing date with Sabrina the Teenage Witch star, Melissa Joan Hart. Hoppus explains that more than 25 years ago, Hoppus and Hart met at the Teen Choice Awards in an excerpt obtained by Entertainment Weekly. And she must have found me interesting because she had her publicist reach out to my label's publicist to give me her number, the bassist wrote. Totally normal courtship. Hoppus made it a point to note that at the time that he met the 90s teen idol, he was newly famous, that she had been famous for years. Melissa and I went to a sushi restaurant in the Valley, Hoppus continued. It was an awful date. Although Hoppus noted that the Clarissa Explains It All star was very nice, he said the two were having issues connecting. Everything in her life revolved around acting, and it was hard to relate to her about anything else, Hoppus wrote. I'd ask what she liked to eat besides sushi, and she'd say, well, I'm usually eating whatever catering provides on set. I'd ask what she likes to read, and she'd say, well, I'm usually reading scripts for work. Hoppus admitted that she likely found his conversation unappealing as well. I'm sure from her perspective, all I could talk about was music, Hoppus said. We just weren't a great match. It was tough. Although Hoppus and Hart weren't fated to be together, destiny wasn't quite done with Hoppus that night. When he arrived home after his date with Hart, Hoppus noticed he had a voice message from a woman named Sky Everly, a booker at MTV, who was about to completely change Hoppus' life. I called her back and some light pleasantries quickly turned into deep conversation, Hoppus wrote. We talked about everything. We talked about where we grew up and what our families were like. We talked about our careers. We talked about our favorite albums. She liked more pop stuff and wasn't familiar with the underground punk bands that I named. She liked rock music generally, though, and that was close enough for me. Hoppus and Everly eventually started dating and tied the knot in December 2000. They'd welcomed son Jack Hoppus in 2002. Hart, for her part, didn't seem too heartbroken over the bland date either. She went on to marry Mark Wilkerson in 2003, and the couple share 3 kids. Hart has also expressed that she felt her date with Hoppus was extremely forgettable. Hart noticed an Instagram post published by E! News about Hoppus' remarks, which prompted her to write in the comment section,